Hello, welcome to my channel, Jimmy Jam Oracle. And just like I welcome you, we welcome the spirits and ask for their help today in today's read. Today we're doing Foodie Beauty, Chantal. And as I shuffle, we're going to put all of our energy into thinking about her, letting the spirits focus in on her, and hopefully they give us a good read today. We're doing a Celtic cross. Alright, see if they have anything new they'd like to tell us. See if her path has changed at all. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so first card is her card. It represents her, or it can represent her current situation. Right in the middle. Yeah, we'll put it right over here. What do we have? We have the Five of Wands. It says competition, rivalry, conflict, disagreement, strife, and tension. Okay. It's funny because I think perhaps we've gotten this card for her before. This competition, this conflict. So it seems like there's some sort of disagreement, conflict going around, some sort of tension in her life right now. Let's continue. Perhaps the spirits would like to tell us more. So then we have the second card. It's kind of what she's thinking about. So it could be a hope or a dream that she has, or it's how she feels about the current situation. But this is the card that sits on top of her mind. It's the Tower. Ooh. Okay, we have sudden change, upheaval, chaos, revelation, disaster, awakening, release, and sudden insight. Okay, so it seems like the disagreements, the tension, the strife that she's going through, even the competition, because I do get feelings of like competition, like she's going against something, going against someone, trying to outdo them. It has sparked, or at least she's hoping it's going to spark this sudden change, this sudden upheaval, this chaos. It does talk about disaster, but for some reason, I don't think she's wanting, or at least she doesn't see it as a disaster. She just sees it as this sudden change. So that's really interesting. Keep an eye on the Tower while we move on to our next card, which is past, how do they word that? Distant past foundation. So it describes a person or an event that has happened in her life like a long time ago. Move this over just to here. We have the Two of Wands. It is reversed. It says personal goals, inner alignment, fear of the unknown, fear of change, playing it safe, and lack of planning. It's funny because the card kind of contradicts itself, which Chantal, when it comes to planning, I feel like she does the same thing. Where the playing it safe and the fear of change, I believe, ties into the YouTube channel. Well, even like, I think it really ties into her life in general. Like, I do think she has this fear of changing her content because she's afraid she's going to lose viewers, even though she has lost viewers over the years. But she knows for a fact that, you know, being overweight and eating on camera, and this is true for Amber too, that pulls in, you know, certain viewership. You know, that so like it's their guaranteed money, you know, instead of making like risky moves and changing up the content, changing up the channel, doing different things, maybe even losing the weight could result in losing like that for sure income that they have. So like that fear of unknown, fear of change, definitely that's a big foundation for the girls when it comes to how their lives are going now. So then the next card is a more recent past event. So it says something a little bit more recently that's happened that is still currently influencing her now. We have the Seven of Pentacles. It is reversed. It says lack of long-term vision, limited success with rewards, work without results, and distractions. So definitely, yeah, I can see that. And definitely the work without results. So like pretty much her continuing her channel the way she has as she's doing it now. Like I just said, she lost a lot of viewership. But for her, like these like mukbangs, these like, live streams, she's putting work without results. So she feels like she's putting in so much work. But she's not getting in return what she feels like she's putting in. And also over here, remember we have the lack of planning. And over here we have lack of long-term vision. So I think when it implies that she has a lack of planning, it is like the long-term vision. Like she doesn't see herself in 5 years. Like she can see, she could plan ahead like 5 days. But like as far as like the rest of her life, the direction she wants to go in, or even like I said, just 5 years ahead, like she doesn't plan for those things. So we move on to the next card. It's in the future position. Right there. Ooh, we have the King of Swords. He is reversed. This is quiet power, inner truth, callous, weakness, loss of emotional control, manipulation, misuse of power. Okay, so this is also wordage that I've gotten before for her, the manipulation and power, and the use of power and control. So it seems like kind of it comes back to her thoughts up here, the top, what's sitting on top of her mind. That when I was talking about like there's a situation, I think I don't know if I worded it like this, but like I said, the chaos and the competition here, it almost seems like maybe on purpose she's trying to create a situation, like trying to manipulate it into becoming what she wants it to become. That's what I think I was trying to say when I was saying that even though the tower says disaster, she doesn't view it as a disaster, and she wouldn't if it is like a negative situation that she's planning for, that she thinks she's like manipulating somebody or a situation for. So we go move on to the 7th card. It is just a oh my goodness. Yeah, it's just about the questioner. So it could be what she like her course of action, or it could just be how she feels about the situation. But it's definitely just a card for her. What we have? Oh, we have the Sun. That's such a happy little card. It says positivity, pleasure, happiness, vitality, fun, joy, warmth, celebration, success, rebirth, all is well. The all is well is definitely that's what she's putting into the channel. When people are saying, well, you and Salah are fighting, or, your visa is in trouble, or your health is in danger, she puts on the Sun, where she's like, no, everything's fine, everything's good, we're happy, we're having fun. Yeah, and I think that's where the happiness, vitality, the success, like, oh, people are saying that she's going broke. She's, nope, I have more money than ever, Well, not more money than ever, but she says she has plenty to do what she wants with. And, and he's successful. And he could take care of her and stuff like that. So this card is definitely, I would take it as this is the card, the energy that Chantal is putting out onto the internet. Now, is it in the realm of the truth, or is it a lie? It doesn't say. It just says this is what she's doing right now. Okay, so now we move on to the 8th one. I call it the environmental card, but it's an outside influence card. So basically, it can be a person or a situation, event that is either happening currently. It can be the opinion of others, but it's definitely on the outside of Chantal. And look, it's the Hermit. It's my favorite. It says soul searching, introspection, contemplation, wisdom, truth seeking, being alone, independence, inner guidance, meditation, and consciousness. So the Hermit, ultimately, it does, like, the deeper meaning is like the introspection and like the wisdom and the seeking, like the inner truth. But the Hermit, in relation to Chantal, speaks of loneliness, being alone. And that's the number one thing that reaction channels and her, I even think like members of her community are mentioning, like, he might be there in the apartment, but he's not with her recording. It's very rare he's actually with her. Um, like that whole pool thing they did not too long ago, like that was after like him being gone for, and even when he does pop in, he just kind of pops in and then he pops out. But there's definitely like people see her being alone or being lonely. Even I don't know, it's hard to like going out. She's always alone, even though like she claims that he doesn't like it when she goes out alone. Then why let her go out alone? Like why wouldn't you just go with her? Because 9 times out of 10, he's in his gaming room, or he's asleep. So just wait for him, to get up for the day. But whatever. Let's move on to the 9th one. Inner emotions. So these are like secret, subconscious, either a fear or a hope that Chantal has. Ooh. The Star. It's reversed. It says lack of faith, despair, discouragement, insecurity, self-trust, and disconnection. Definitely the insecurity. I think that is a secret fear that she has. She tries, like, again with the Sun, she tries to come off like everything's fine, everything's great. But then we have the Star here that's reversed, and it's talking about insecurity. And like, I honestly think that's where it comes from. Like, the more like boisterous someone is about how cool they are and how good they're doing, it just makes them look more and more insecure. Like they're trying to prove themselves to someone. Yeah, and I honestly think that would be her worst fear, for people to actually be able to see her insecurities. So then we have the 10th card. It is the final result card. So what does this all lead up to? We have the 3 of Pentacles. Reversed, it says disharmony, misalignment, working alone, lack of teamwork, disorganized, and group conflict. Okay, so it seems like the Hermit, and mind you, this is the outside influence, so this is how people see her. So it seems like the Hermit is coming into fruition, where basically people are saying, well, she's alone, she's going to end up alone. Yeah. The lack of teamwork. All right, let's take it back. Let's go back just a little bit. So I feel like we got like a basic Celtic cross for her. I've gotten some of those cards a lot before. But I want to ask about this competition, this rivalry, this conflict with the spirits. Spirits, could you please tell us more about the 5 of Wands and Chantal's read? You tell us who the conflict is with, perhaps the nature of the conflict. Give us a clue. Oh, you try jumping. Oh, the devil. You really jumped out of there. Normally I don't read my jumpers, but he seemed like he really wanted to say hi. That one is funny because his hand is up like he's saying hi. That's kind of dumb. Okay, let's put him over here. Let's draw our 3 cards. Ooh, so we have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Chariot. We have the Hierophant. These are all very big, important cards. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. She's nurturing, practical, providing financially, a working parent. I think I have attributed this to Chantal before, the working parent part. But as of right now, I don't feel like I'm not getting that pull for Chantal, because we're also talking about nurturing and practical. But maybe providing financially. though. Now let's read the Chariot in the Hierophant. Maybe we'll get some more clarity on that. The Chariot is movement, progress, action, movement. We get a lot of movement for Chantal. Control, direction, departure, and courage. Again, we get control for her as well. So move on to the Hierophant. It says institutions, tradition, religion, society and its rules, social approval, conformity, forgiveness, bonded, mercy, wisdom, and trust. These are all very strange. Well, this one's strange. Because could this represent Chantal? In the sense of like the providing financially, even like the working parent implies like it's a 2-parent household, but only like one of them is working. Because even like some people, they keep calling Salah like her son. And then, but the Chariot doesn't surprise me. Because like I said, the movement, we get a lot of movement for Chantal. And control. So something is coming between her. Well, it seems like her own, like, perhaps her own control. Her need for control is getting in between her and this Hierophant. The Hierophant usually represents religion. Or it can just refer to someone who's very religious in her life. And I wonder if that's the conflict. If it's if the conflict is between her and Salah, like, is this the nature of it? That her need for control is causing her to like stray away from the tradition, the religion. And then we have the devil. I almost forgot about him. And the devil came out. Maybe that's the conflict. Maybe the conflict is with her own addiction. Because like the devil is attachment, addiction, restriction, shadow, self, sexuality, temptation, seduction, destructive behavior, materialism, codependency, and toxicity. And it's funny, codependency comes up when we have providing like a working parent, or providing financially, like someone being like dependent on them like that. But definitely like, unless this is the rivalry right here, the rivalry between this society and its rules and the devil, the addiction, seduction, restriction, all that. And I just wonder if that's the competition, the rivalry. Maybe that's what the spirits are trying to tell me. Very, very interesting. And again, we have movement, but we also have control in the card. In my last couple of reads, I have gotten like control and like manipulation, like someone's manipulating the situation that she's in, whether it's her or Salah. Like, I feel like it's her. Well, let's ask the spirits, this Chariot, this control in Chantal's read. Who is the one in control? Who is the one in control? The Magician. Action, creation, manifestation, power, self-confidence, clarity, willpower, skill, creativity. Well, who's the Magician? We have the Ten of Pentacles. It is reversed as dark side of wealth, financial failure or loss. Excuse me. Fleeting success, lack of stability, lack of resources. Then we have the Four of Wands. It says personal celebration, inner harmony, conflict with others. That comes up. Lack of support, breakdown of communication, home conflict, transition, transience. Okay. So again, we have a movement card when it comes to transition, movement. And then again, it uses the same wordage, the home conflict and conflict with others. So it definitely seems to confirm her conflict is with the magician, who seems to have the control. But who's the magician? Who is the magician? Unfortunately, I do not have a deck with people's names and addresses. Oh, that would be... Oh, no, that would be awful. I wouldn't want that. Alright, so put all the cards back instead of the magician. Let's see here. I'm going to ask the spirits. Who is the magician? Who's holding the power? The control? Oh crap, a whole bunch of cards fell out. It was like half the deck. I can't. I'm pretty sure that was just I missed. One more good shuffle. Alright, thank you, spirits. So the last draw, spirits. Make it a good one. We have the Four of Cups. It says sudden awareness, choosing happiness, acceptance, retreat, withdrawal, checking in for realignment. The Eight of Pentacles, it's reversed, says self-development, perfectionism, misdirected activity, no passion, uninspired, no motivation. And then we have the Ace of Swords, mental clarity, breakthroughs, new ideas, success, sharp mind, new conflict, surgery. Okay, if I had to say anything, I would say these are more Chantal related. For one, because I'm pretty sure I've gotten all of these for Chantal's reads, especially the Ace of Swords and definitely the Eight of Pentacles. Because I remember the no motivation, the uninspired, no passion. And that was when, well, even like right now, I don't think she's super like really into making her her videos. Yeah, I honestly think this is Chantal because I've gotten because new ideas and the mental clarity, the breakthroughs, I've gotten that for her. This one for her. This one feels familiar. The choosing happiness, retreat, withdrawal. So again, this is a movement card. And I get a lot of movement cards for Chantal. So it seems like maybe perhaps Chantal is the magician. And I honestly think maybe so. Because I keep saying like I believe she's creating at least this is what the cards are telling me, that she is creating a situation where she's going to have to go. She's going to have to leave. It's almost as if she wants either to be kicked out of the country or Salah to break up with her or something to happen to send her back home. Whether it's like relationship reasons or health reasons, she wants something to send her home. And that's the read we got today. So remember, we thank the spirits for helping us out. And as a thank you, I would like to draw you an intuition pull. Let's come over here. Okay, so I'm going to pick out a card just for you. Maybe I'll brighten your day. Maybe I'll warn you of something. Maybe... Oh, we have the Tower. Awesome. Sudden change, upheaval, chaos, disaster, awakening, revelation, release, sudden insight. The Tower doesn't have to be negative. I know the Tower seems negative, especially when you look at the picture and the lightning. Just because a sudden change happens doesn't mean it's bad. But the Tower does kind of imply that it is a sudden, like, negative, a disaster, or something's going to get thrown into chaos. So it's not a gentle change. It's a difficult one. But not all changes are bad. I mean, just because something's difficult doesn't make it bad. It's like, it might end up with something good. All right. All right. Well, thank you for joining me today. And I hope you have a great day.